We're on the back side of our notes, and we're talking about median. Median is the measure of center in which the middle of the data is determined. The most important thing you need to remember about median is that you have to order your data from least to greatest. A lot of students forget that, but if you have a random set of data, then you could find the median, and then I could take that same data, mix up the numbers, and find a different median. So if we all put it in order from least to greatest, then that gives us a general idea of what the middle of that set of information is, and so we need to remember to put them in order. If there's not a middle number that just kind of pops out at us, then what we do is we find the mean of the two middle numbers. That's the average. If you're not ready to move on, you haven't written all these words down, go ahead and pause the video so you can get it written down. We're going to move on down here to number 4. On number 4, it says the following data set represents the number of inches of snowfall within a 2-week period. And so I started to put the data in order and mark it out as I go. So I have, let's see, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I have 2 ones, 1.5, 2, 2, then I have 3, 3.5, 6, and 8. So to find the middle of this, it's pretty easy. We just want to mark off one number off the front, and then at the same time mark one off the end. So you're taking them in pairs because math comes in pairs. So I'm going to take another set. I'm going to just use a different color so you can see. So I would just keep taking sets off. Whoops, that would be 3.5 I need to mark out. Zero and 3, 0 and 2. I'm just taking off them in pairs, and I see that I'm left with 1 and 1.5. So what I want to do is kind of think about what is halfway between 1 and 1.5. What is halfway between having $1 and $1.50? And if you're not sure, what you can do is add them together. So 1.5 plus 1 would be 2.5, and then divide by 2. So I would get 1, 2, and then 2 will divide 10 5 times, nice and even. So halfway between 1 and 1.5, or the average of those two numbers, would be 1.25. So the median is going to be 1.25, 1 and 25 hundredths. Alright, you try number 5. Don't forget the first step you want to do is put them in order. And lucky for us on this one, it leaves us with just one number. The median on this would be 1. Number 6 is similar to the number of rings when you called into customer service, in which they give you a frequency of how many times that we have 20 candies. So the problem says the following is a data set that represents the number of pieces of candy in an individual candy serving bag. So we had several students open candies, and 2 of the students had 20 candies in their bag. 3 of the students had 22. 3 of the students had 24 candies. No one had 26 candies. 1 person had 28, and 1 person had 30. So let's list that out. 20, 20. 3 people had 22. 1, 2, 3. 3 people had 24. 1, oops. 2, 3. 1 person had 28, and 1 person had 30. So there is our data set. Go ahead and try and find the median real quick. And we come down to 2 numbers that we can't mark out. And what we can do is find the average of those, so I could add 22 plus 24. Or I can think to myself, well, what number is exactly halfway between 22 and 24? And that gives us a median of 23. Let's look at Roanoke Middle School is holding a walkathon, and the top 5 finishers are shown in the table below. So here's the name and how many laps they did during the walkathon. So what is the mean number of laps that the top 5 finishers completed? So that's the average. We need to add these up and divide by 5. What is the median? And describe why you think the mean and the median are closely related. So go ahead and give that a try. To find the mean, I want to add these up. 35 plus 33, 33, 32, and 30. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 3 is 11, plus 3 is 13, 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 is 16. And I want to divide the 163 by 5. Five will divide 16 3 times. 5 will divide 13 2 times. So since I have a remainder, I want to add a decimal and a 0. Drop that 0 down. You get 5 will divide 30 6 times. Bring your decimal up, and you get 32.6. So the average number of laps that the top 5 people completed was 32.6. So we're going to write that here, 32.6 laps. What is the median number? I did the last one going side to side. I'll do this one going up and down. But do put it in order. 32, 33, 33, and 35. So it doesn't matter if you like to write them up and down or side to side. So one off the top, one off the bottom. One off the top, one off the bottom, and I'm left with my median, which is going to be 33. So the median number of laps is 33 laps. Describe why you think the mean and median are closely related. I'll let you answer that one on your notes, and we can discuss that more when I come back. And don't forget to summarize today's lesson. We'll have an assignment that you need to complete now. The assignment, I'm looking for my copy of it. Here it is. The assignment is called Measures of Center. And on your copy, I went ahead, I believe, and underlined what you're looking for each one. Median, mean, mean, and mean. So, each one of these problems, you're probably going to want to either work on the back or a separate sheet of paper. All of your answers are down here in the answer bank, so be sure to check it. You do not have to figure out the answer to the solution unless you want to. And this page is due before you leave today. No one goes home with any homework. Have a good weekend.